Hi, this is G from Native Speakers Academy, and welcome to 10-Minute English. This is where we introduce short articles from the news for upper intermediate and advanced level students. Today's article, which you should be able to see in 1 second on the right side here, has the title Thought Police: Academic Freedom Threatened by Anti-Terror Bill, MPs Warn. Just before we get into the article itself, as you can see on the right side here, I have highlighted some of the keywords and phrases which should be or might be new for students at the B2 or the C1 level in the Common European Framework. And you can check these words before we go through the text, or you can try to guess them from the context, and you can check your understanding when we finish. As usual, I recommend, if you want to check vocabulary, using Google's define function. Just type in the word define followed by the word you're looking for, and you will get a nice definition. If you want the history of the word, there's the online etymology dictionary, which is sometimes useful because it gives you a little bit of a story that connects the word to something that is real, which can help you remember it. Or you can use the super funky and cool Visuwords, which allows you to explore the different connections graphically between various words. So, once again, if you want to find us on the internet, it's www.nsa-slovakia.com. We are rooted right in the center of Europe. Let's get into the article, because the clock is ticking. Thought Police: Academic freedom threatened by anti-terror bill, MPs warn. MPs, members of Parliament, so this article is about what is happening in Great Britain. Universities should be exempted from new counter-terrorism laws because they will restrict freedom of speech. The government human rights watchdog has said. The Joint Committee on Human Rights said government plans to make universities legally obliged to refer suspected would-be terrorists to the authorities. Government's plans to make universities legally obliged to refer suspected would-be terrorists to the authorities would undermine academic freedom. Suspected would be terrorists, so not actually terrorists. That's why I paused there. Under the bill, Home Secretary Theresa May would be given authority to force universities to ban speakers who are considered extremist. The warning comes before the Counter-Terrorism and Security Bill's second reading in the House of Lords on Tuesday. May's bill, introduced to Parliament in November last year, is likely to receive boosted support in the wake of terrorist attacks in France last week, which left 17 people dead. Oh, that's very convenient, isn't it? I wonder if they were waiting for something to happen. Does one person have the authority to force all of the universities to ban speakers? What about universities just regulating themselves? Oh my. Committee members are concerned about a legal duty that would require universities to refer students at risk of becoming terrorists to external anti-radicalization programs. As government grows bigger, universities would also be required to ban extremists from speaking on campuses. Because we can't introduce students to different points of view. I mean, what about religion? The basic religions are often quite extreme. What about government? Can anything be more extreme than government? Parliament's human rights watchdog. Right. Made up of MPs and peers, people who act like MPs but nobody votes for them, says it is concerned about the implications for both freedom of expression and academic freedom as a result of the applicability of the proposed new duty to universities. Failure to comply with the new duties would result in direct intervention by the Secretary of State and ultimately a mandatory court order backed by criminal sanctions for contempt of court. Basically, do what we say or you will be in deep trouble. The stinky poo kind. The committee also argued that terms such as extremist are ambiguous. Of course they are. Broad terms such as extremist or radical are not capable of being defined with sufficient precision to enable universities to know with sufficient certainty whether they risk being found to be in breach of the new duty. Perhaps I should have highlighted sufficient and to be in breach of something as well. Of course they're ambiguous. Dr. Hewell Francis, Labour MP and chair of the committee, said, "As open and rigorous debate about ideas is itself one of the most powerful tools in the struggle against terrorism, and the extremism which often breeds terrorism, this is surely counterproductive." It's probably going to be used to arrest students for wearing the wrong kinds of t-shirt or something. Martin Hall, former Vice-Chancellor of the University of Salford, also voiced opposition to the proposed bill, calling it draconian, because it is. Writing in the Times Higher Education on Thursday, Hall warned that such legal obligations on universities would be used against opponents of fracking or animal rights activists or anti-nuclear movements or any radical opposition to the status quo. I don't think it's radical to care for animals, worry about your local environment, or not want to have a nuclear power station leaking not very nice things on your doorstep. There is a danger of us being turned into thought police, he added. But can you stop it? That is the question. Can you stop it? Hall has cautioned against what he sees as a disproportionate response to terrorism by the state. Given that the 2011 census recorded 2.7 million Muslims living in the UK and that the Home Office is currently concerned about 500 individuals who are probably funded by the government anyway, still there is a question of effectiveness and proportionality. I can add here, in a recent study, it was discovered that the greatest threats to energy systems in countries were wildlife, not terrorists. For example, animals eating through cables. The warning by the Joint Committee on Human Rights comes as Prime Minister David Cameron says he will reintroduce the Snoopers Charter Bill. Oh, that's fantastic. If the Tories win the general election in May, how about supporting new industries, mate. Speaking to ITV News on Sunday, he said, "We cannot allow modern forms of communication." Why am I giving him a Scottish accent? "We cannot allow modern forms of communication to be exempt from the ability in extremis with a warrant signed by the Home Secretary to exempt from being listened to." Have I confused you yet? The draft communications data bill would require internet and mobile phone companies to maintain records, but not the content. I just don't believe that for 1 second. Of customers' internet browsing history, email correspondence, phone calls and messages. It was previously blocked by both Labour and Liberal Democrats on the grounds it would infringe on people's right to privacy, which of course it would. Source of the text is Russia Today. Links to this will be posted with the video. Yep, there's not gonna be much freedom left if they keep doing this. And hey, check this out. This is what I found on the internet yesterday. Illuminating concepts. It's IntelliStreets. The streets are now going to be full of intelligence. Well, I mean, not meaning the people, of course, who some of them are intelligent, but this is this is the new light posts, designed in a classical style to make you feel comfortable. Look at this: smart grid street light, concealed placement speakers, digital street sign, color changing lights, push to talk button system on the light, wireless dual band mesh receiver, RGBA notification, I have no idea what that is, image sensors, digital signage. Whoa. And this is just the beginning. Oh, we have a lot of lovely things to look forward to, don't we? Right. If you want more information about what we do, it's www.nsa-slovakia.com. You can also find us on YouTube. We have 2 pages: the Native Speakers Academy official page, hundreds of videos there, and the new page under my name, Graham William Hendry. That's about all we have time for. As I said, links will be posted with the video. Please visit us. You can link up on Facebook or Pinterest or Google+. And if you want more information, you might be interested in one of our special one-to-one English language study courses, just send us an email. Well, that's about all that we have time for today. Take it easy, and I really hope to speak to you